Hello, everyone. My name is Andy, and welcome back to another episode of Deals and Steals. Let me just start off by saying, once again, I've said it before, avoid scams by dealing locally. Now, that being said, there are some decent people out there. I got lucky. Please, please, please cover your own butt in any way you can, whether that's PayPal, not doing friends and family, and making sure that um, you do the actual like transaction fee thing to protect you if somebody screws you, etc., etc. Now, that all being said, this box of fun, which we will dig into, I know it doesn't look like much at the moment, was on Facebook, probably listed about 20, 25 minutes prior, give or take, to when I reached out. And fortunately, I got there first. This guy was out in Wisconsin. I'm in Minnesota. And I was not sure if this was legit because he said Venmo. I'm like, Venmo's fine, but again, Venmo, to my knowledge, is not secure. And if the money goes, you're toast if you don't get what you pay for. Um, and then he said, my wife's uh, Venmo is what I'm sending you. And I'm like, okay, even worse. My wife's from New Prague. Okay, it's not far from me. That's a piece of information. Great. Person said he was married to on Facebook. It matched. Okay, all right, let's do this. And he's like, okay, let's do this soon. I've got other people asking. And I'm like, I bet you do. And a few days later, I met him up in Minneapolis on my way to somewhere else. And lo and behold, it was real. And I thanked him. I said, hey, thanks for being real. There's some really crummy people out there. And they said, yeah, absolutely. So, what do we have here? For 225 US dollars, here's what I got. I wrapped these up a little bit. Looks like a 25-ish foot instrument cable, a probably 10-ish foot instrument cable, three really thick short ones, one of which does still have the labeling on it saying it's a speaker cable. Great. He knows how to determine that, whether it's looking in here or whatever, if it's an instrument cable versus a speaker cable. Let me know in the comments. But to the good stuff. Here's what I saw when I saw the picture online. Boss G7 equalizer, simple but very useful pedal. Taiwan, it's probably 90s, early 2Ks. Turbo overdrive, I think I do have a made in Japan. This is a Taiwan. But then the two crown jewels. CE2 chorus, always a good time, always worth it. Made in Taiwan, that's okay. Still needs the 12 volt adapter, so we'll use the right one. And not in bad shape. But here's the one. So this is the obvious one, and then adding everything up, I'm like, this is worth way more than 225 by itself, probably. But this was the question mark. I didn't take any time to ask, hey, is it this? Is it that? Is it whatever? I just went for it. And I got lucky. This is a Blue Label made in Japan Boss DD3 digital delay. What we'll have to do later is look inside and see if it's the long chip that everybody wants. Oh, I didn't notice that. Only two screws, not the end of the world. But is this the fabled long chip? Ooh, that sounds better. So either way, this is pretty cool. I don't know how many dollars I'm most excited about. I'm actually excited about this too. The case is incomplete, like the lid is missing, I think. Yeah. But old school Boss tuner, people will stick these in the corner of their BCB boards, and that's kind of cool. So fun. A Shure SM58. It's rough, but hey, microphone, another microphone, same kind of thing. Audio Technica. Another EQ pedal from DoD. Is this actually intact? Oh my god. So it looks like the actual tab, like the tab on the back is missing. The two microphones, a couple of adapters. One I'm actually really excited about, which is not this one. 1/4 inch to 3/8 headphone jack style. I'm a fan of this. XLR to 1/4 inch, so you can plug an XLR mic just into, well, ideally a PA, but a mic or an amp or something else if you need it. Not even opened. I'm excited about that. Oh, another 1/4 inch to 3/8. And then it looks to be, oh, it's a tuner. I thought it was part of a wireless system, so that actually might be usable. Cool. Going back through here really quick. Use a 10 volt. What in the actual hell? I like how it says it'll be dim. Oh, if the battery's depleted. So we'll plug that into a 9 volt and see if it does anything, because I don't have a 10 volt, or I could get a battery. Try the tuner. This is going to need a 12 volt, the ACA. This is going to need 9 volts. Nice. Killer. ACA, 12 volts. This is probably ACA. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be able to test everything all at once, but that's okay. And I am definitely going to plug this into the amp and just see if the microphones make noise. I can use this. I've got a pedal that has an out for a microphone or another source. This is actually super helpful. So, forget the cables. Well, I'll test those on my own time. Who cares about cables? Let's plug this stuff in. Let's start with the tuner. Get it out of the way. Oh. So you got digital display and this analog neely. Oh, I see. Digital display tells you the note. Analog tells you if it's flat or sharp. Oh, and it's got all 7 notes on there, so if I want to play a C. Cool, it works. Moving on. Tuner number 2 takes 9 volts, so I plugged it into the power supply. Looks like an E. Oh wow, and then it's sharp or flat, so let's just move it. Now it's flat, oh my god. Oh, strobes. Tell you how close it is. Hey, it's in tune. Well, that works, I guess. It's like a small version of one of those big rack tuners you see on a lot of bass rigs, primarily, I think. In on the left, which is weird, but hey, it works. Just so I can hang on my belt. I don't know what those are for. I don't know. Moving on. All right, ripping through these real quick. They're pedals. If you want to know what they do, go watch another video. Let's see if they work. Little crackly, but that's okay. Turbo is off. Let's go. Plenty of drive, tone in the middle, level in the middle. Scoop the mids. Boost the mids. Cool. Also, I'm having a good time noticing that I left this plugged in, and it looks like it's got a microphone. You don't even have to plug it into... Oh, sorry, you can't see that. You don't have to plug the input in. So as long as it has a battery, this is a to-go tuner. If not, plug it in here. So that's cool. That actually, I love it.